Greetings to everybody. This is Sabrina Athena, and we are in for a season 2.5 special podcast for every woman. Season 2.5. Peace to all my co-hosts today.
Peace.
Hey.
What up, though? Hey.
Go ahead and introduce yourself. Like they don't know who you are.
It's me, the T to the A-M. I mean, you know, I rock the ball. Okay. That's
Nice.
it. I tried to bust a rhyme. It didn't work.
It's all good.
It's not my lane.
And it's me, Okila Nevo. Hey, how is everybody doing out there? Oh, that was real low, you know.
You need some throat moisturizer?
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Let me
Here,
sip this
right here.
red
Throat
cup. Just a
moisturizer.
little.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
Why do we all know exactly what to do? And who else we got?
It is Toy Too Tall. What up, though?
What up, Tom? Listen, you guys are the perfect people for this topic today. Question.
Answer.
Okay, we
From
got
my
one.
many walks of life here. My every woman family. Let's start with this. What do you think of open relationships? Just in general, like open relationships. What comes to mind?
I think they can be messy, but good. I've never had
Sounds
one.
like a sexual situation.
Yeah, I mean, I've never had one. I mean, I think if done right, an open relationship can be exciting. It can give that little extra razzle dazzle we've been talking about, but it probably got to have some limitations on it.
I think razzle dazzles on your ankles.
Razzle dazzles on my ankle. But no, I think it could be good, but I think it could be messy if the proper boundaries are not set, and you know, if we get too emotionally involved.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We got to really know what we're getting into. It's probably gonna take a couple of tries.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that a lot of people are mature enough for something like that, and it ain't got nothing to do with age necessarily. It's a mental thing. It's an honesty thing. You have to have open communication to be in an open relationship.
Mm-hmm.
That part.
It's not something that I would particularly. I feel you have to know yourself and know what you want. I don't think it's something that I can participate in. But I'm a very understanding person, and I could see how people are able to successfully have one. But again, it's not even just a sex thing. It's open communication.
Yeah.
It's honesty.
And you
Like,
know, in
can't
relationships,
lie.
people don't really like to be honest 100% of the time too,
Exactly.
because you want to lie to protect your partner's feelings.
I lie because I love you.
Exactly. And that's a real thing. But
Yeah.
at the same time, like, tell me the truth and let me have that and make a good decision.
And nobody gets cut that way.
What's what they're suing on? I see
Truth
it's
hurts.
suing.
It hurts.
Well, I mean, it's to each his own. You know, I just know that you would definitely have to be at a certain place if I was going to get into something like that.
But that seems to be the resounding. Like, what does this place look like?
That place looks like y'all done been together for so long, and you know you're not going nowhere else. But
like a hall
we're not
pass?
happy. It's almost like some people. There's a lot of people in relationships where they're not happy. They've been in a relationship for years, but it's comfortable. They know each other. They can relate to each other. I mean, the hard thought of looking elsewhere and finding somebody new is almost like,
You don't want to be
we're not trying to do
anywhere else.
that.
Yeah.
So, and a lot of times when they're having an open relationship, there's always that main one. Okay?
Yes.
Because, so, I mean, how often is it all of them are the same? Maybe, you know? So usually with an open relationship, somebody... If he can only marry one legally.
But the benefit of like that, you had that main person. This is the one who you primarily do life with. The benefit of those extras is that they don't have to talk about all the messy stuff with you. Like, we can just have fun.
But
not
see, they also don't have the last name. They also don't get anything if you die. Unless you leave them something.
Well, yeah.
They also only they not getting you on the holiday.
They get listed
I
as
feel like this
companion,
turned into-
companion in the footnote.
I feel like this turned into a side chick conversation real quick here.
We talking about open relationships
Yeah,
and
we gotta
open
define
marriage.
what
open
open is.
relationships and side chicks, are they the same?
It depends
No.
on that relationship. That's the thing.
when you say open relationships, that could go side chick, side dude, whatever. Like,
And
it
that's
goes
your
either way.
interpretation of it.
Open
Yeah.
relationship, everybody's okay with it. That means that we know that this is gonna go on, and you do what you want to do, and I'm not gonna ask any questions.
Okay.
Like if a person
know.
says to me they're in an open relationship, I'm going to think that the dude that's involved, his chick knows that he got other chicks.
Why would you just automatically think that though?
I would. That's in a perfect world. So this is what I say. In a perfect world, that's how it should be.
Or that
if that other person does not know or is not aware that their mate has someone else, you are not in an open relationship. You in an open relationship and you're cheating. Like you're cheating. Like that's what it is. Like if both parties don't know, you're cheating. And I think it's very unfair to the third party that's involved if you don't let them know that you're in a
that's
open
a dangerous position to put someone in.
That's not even an open relationship. Like you're right.
Let me get to my point in this. I think for me personally, over the many treks of my life, right? Deception comes down to evil for me. I'm not down with deceiving anybody. If you're not being direct, if there's no obligation to anybody else or whatever the case may be, like, I just don't want to be a part of anybody's deception. I can't sit well with that in my spirit. However, that leads to the next opportunity for a topic question here situation. So what do you think about dating people who are in an open relationship and are married? What are your thoughts on that?
It's something I can't do. I just recently, during my little single moment, went out on a date with someone thinking that, and he reached out to me, somebody that I knew from years, right? We go out, but the whole issue is at the end of the night, he tells me he's married. It was over right then. He's still texting and carrying on. And I had to just, finally go ahead and answer the phone and let him know, like, you need to fix what you got at home because the grass always looks greener on the other side. See? So don't think that I could be somebody that you about to leave home for because that's not the case. You need to go and fix what you got at home. So
I've been in a situation.
Can't.
I've been in a situation like this, and this is a fun story. So I lived a life as a Navy spouse in Japan, and all the other Navy spouses that were from other places like Spain and freaking France, all these different places, and they would talk about like the different cultures of the different bases. And it's an unfortunate truth, like military marriages are more prone to infidelity, unfortunately.
Military, plant, Chrysler, Ford, call centers.
Work husband.
Okay, it's
work
like
husband.
you get too many people in
America.
one little circumstance. So long story as short as I can make
Toy.
it. Very good point. But long story as short as I can make it, we ended up, I had an opportunity to be in that parallel universe. And then coming back from that parallel universe, like everybody has different standards of culture and what disrespect looks like and deception looks like. Right? We live in a global society, and that really opened my mind up to like I might see a homeboy in the grocery store that I can walk up to, like, hey, what up? Give hugged and pound, whatever. In that military situation, I had to stand at least 50 feet away, like 7 Bibles at least, right? And say hi. In the grocery store where everybody can effing see us. There's a whole difference in like that kind of perception. So like
that would tear me down because I'm a hugger, and I'd be like, "Hey, friend," and I'm gonna hug you, and
it's a hard situation.
I've
So one of my
husband.
really close friends, piece of Tracy, she told me her daughter brought in a plate with barbecue sauce, ranch, blue cheese, honey mustard, you name it, all these different sauces on the plate, and chicken nuggets. They were not mixed. They were all separate. I'm like, dog, how you just let your daughter do that? Like, I just want to know, like, what's this about? She goes, you know what? Men are much like this. They like sauce, period. They might want to dip their sauce in the ranch. They might want to dip their sauce in the honey mustard.
They want to dip their chicken nugget in some honey
they
mustard.
like
or
the
some
flavors.
ranch.
It's not that one flavor matters more than the other. But like in my communication, my situation, like dude that I was talking to, real high level special forces, blah blah blah. This is not my marriage. And he had a wife, and I'm like, so what is your point? What is?
Because where you going?
He liked the sauce.
You could
like
date
his
a
nugget
married
in
man
multiple
if you got
sauces.
something.
And that's where I understood it. That's where it came to me. I said, oh, it don't have nothing to do with me. It's my flavor. Got it. And my flavor is very, very special. I have a very specific flavor, and only
Chef
specific
specialty.
only specific ones know what the flavor is even like. So, okay, that's my thought and belief on it. And at the end of the day, would I date somebody who is married and in a very open relationship? I need to meet the woman.
I would say that I will never say what I'll never do because I don't know.
Exactly.
I've been in the situation that I'm not situation. It's a relationship. It's a marriage for
Partnership.
It's a partnership. Exactly.
Love.
Yes,
Partnership.
thank you.
Love,
It's a
honey.
partnership. I've been in my partnership for 20 years legally, but more than that. And I don't. The conversation, we've had it, but neither one of us are comfortable with doing that. Having an open marriage, because that's where we think it can get messy.
Yeah.
Once you
But
bring the devil in, you can't get him out.
Hold on. Who says it's the devil?
Well, it don't have to be the devil.
Definitely ain't an angel. No, let me stop. That sounds
The devil
it's
is
just
an
pleasure.
angel.
It's just
Used to be.
pleasure. It's pleasure,
It's
right?
pleasure.
But
It's
like,
carnal.
and if I were to ever, not be in this marriage anymore, I can't say that. Nope, I would never date a married man because that's just, what I'm saying, like, I don't know.
Because you don't know where life is
But
going to
as
take
a-
you.
I don't know where
and
life
you-
gonna take me. I don't know
Yeah,
what
I
what
get
my
that. I
desires will
respect
be.
that.
I don't know what my comfort levels will be. I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I'm
as
open.
a married woman,
Yeah,
that conversation that you had with your husband, you said that's not for me.
I didn't say that that's not for me. We
Okay.
arrived at like
But that's
it's not for us.
them.
Copy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think as a woman, that's really mature to even say. And because the general woman, I feel like would be like, no. But it's like you have to be able to have that open dialogue and conversation, I feel like, with your mate. I kind of had a situation. I did not purposely, and I do not purposely look for married men. This man was going through a separation. And I am a one dipper. So I don't tend to date.
She like a single sauce.
Yes, I like a single sauce, So
Barbecue is on my plate, and that's that.
There's enough sauce
And that's that.
for you with me.
Put more barbecue on my plate,
I
okay?
get it.
But and I could change up the sauces just with me if you want me to. But anyway, that's a whole other story. This particular guy, there was I would say more so of an emotional attraction there. And it wasn't like he was in a happy marriage or anything like that. He was separated and going through a divorce. And in my mind, I'm like, that don't count. Like, but the next woman or man probably would have been looked at me like, you dirty Jezebel whore. Like,
Were they still living together?
Yes, but not really.
Okay.
Like, he still had residency there, but
He could stay out all night.
And see, this
Okay,
is where
that makes a difference. Because when he can't stay out all night,
yeah, and
you know that, okay,
exactly.
you want some other stuff.
It got
you
to
know?
the point where I'm watching the kids even. Like, they coming over, can I go over Miss Toy house? Like, and
gotta be the man.
but so that was I don't know, it was a weird situation, but that's what made me realize that I don't think that that's something that I would want to do. But you have to go through it to know what you want what you don't want, So,
No, that's real talk right there, because people condemn experience and say, well, I told you. You could never be that vulnerable. You can never be that honest. You can never be that open to actually sit back and say, what is it that I need to forgive within myself to do a different thing and have a different experience and actually be relatable to another person, because you're working through it.
And I think it's natural of us to want to label something as right or wrong.
Yeah.
And in the society that we live in now, it's more like, okay, what are your principles? What are your values? What are your beliefs? And that's completely shifted as to what is acceptable, what's unacceptable. Because what is acceptable today in 2023,
everything acceptable.
Right. And for the
There's
record,
nothing that's
like,
not.
they kind of were like a couple that, did they own thing anyway.
Swing.
Yeah, they was a little,
You send me swinging.
yeah. So, and
You
it just,
send me swinging.
I had to learn, like, that's not really what I'm into. Like, it's just,
I got to that point, early 20s, where between the point where I'm 18, I lost my virginity, and 23, I lost my mind. There was there was like,
you
what?
was 18 when you lost your virginity?
Yes.
I was 17.
I think
Yeah.
I was
Late
17
nice.
too.
Listen, my dad was my track coach, and I wasn't around with him because he was my track coach at my high school.
Oh.
So not only did he know the people who were all the athletes at Benedictine,
Ain't no skipping school for you.
he knew the DePorres kids, he knew the King kids, the Cats kids, the Renaissance kids. He knew all the kids.
He wanted to.
The father of my children was coached by my dad.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's deep, right?
wow.
He was actually, like, on the off-season NFL, was coached by my dad, and that's how we got together because my dad showed him a picture of me. But that's neither here nor there.
I always wanted one of those fairy tale I knew you since I was a kid loves. I did. It's over.
Utoy. So that's a whole different show. And what I will say is, like, trusting that intuition. Trusting, leaning into the unknown heavens versus the known hell.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying, it's when it comes to people dating, married, or open relationships, everybody have their own thing of what's going to work for them. So I wouldn't knock nobody for whatever they do. I just know at this point in my life, I would want somebody that's just mine.
Yeah.
Just mine.
And that's
I want to do all these nasty, dirty things to just you.
And that's where you have arrived.
And that's for me.
I was gonna say that, my dad has taught me a lot of life lessons. Like, one of the things that he will always say is you can't say you don't like something that you've never tried, right? And so I've always been very open to trying new things, new experiences. And I guess that the point that I'm trying to make is, when you talking about principles and beliefs and everything, certain stuff you like, I will absolutely not do that.
Right.
But I don't know if I like it or not unless I try it.
But what if you like it and you know it's not good for you? What if you did coke and you were like, oh, I had too much fun, I can never do
that's
this
a great
again.
point, because I know that drugs, not because I've done them, but I just know drugs are...
But why haven't you done them?
I seen what it done.
Because I'm an 80s baby.
And there we go. I blame crack for everything. I blame crack.
Because I'm an 80s baby and they said don't do drugs.
We don't play the drug game.
They showed me an egg in the skillet and told me this was my brain and this was my brain on drugs.
I was looking like,
any questions? I was like, absolutely
good.
not, because them eggs are scrambled and I don't want my brain to be fried. But it was the illustration, right, that deterred me from that. And I just don't, even just from doing like prescription medication, I don't like the way that it always makes me feel. So I don't know that I would take it up a level.
Same.
But I don't want to take this conversation down a drug road. What I'm trying to say is that I'm willing to try something that's within my
boundaries.
Yes.
So you're saying that
at that moment,
if Armageddon happened, Jesus came back, and then the robots took over, and then your husband, for whatever reason, were estranged, in some level, potentially, dating a married man wouldn't be outside of your scope.
I don't think anybody...
Correct.
Do y'all think that anybody purposely seeks out someone in a marriage?
No.
I did not
I
seek
think
that
we,
man
don't know
out.
about
I think we
that.
seek out chemistry. I think
that's
seek
what it was
out
for me.
connection.
I had like a long-term crush on this guy. And then like he had kept on trying, like, no. And he was like, he ended up just sitting me down and we had a conversation. He's like, we're not doing good. We're going through a divorce. We're getting separated, blah, 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 boo, boo. And I hadn't, like, he was the only one I was dealing with, like, but in the end, it's just that wasn't going to work for me.
And I think we also seek out attraction, right?
Yeah.
That chemical connection, that like I vibe with you. I like being around you. I feel good when I'm with you. I feel sexy when I'm with you. Those are like special vibes.
I like how you make me feel when I see you.
Right.
Yes. And that was important. Like, he made me feel like so just like comfortable and I could be free and breathe.
And in those moments, how guilty do you feel? The contrition is real. The contrition is a whole like 80-pound like dumbbell over your head.
I just don't want to be to a point to where, but you make me feel so good in private. But I can't take you out in public.
No, we did go out in public, though.
I can't take you to my family. Who am I about to tell you that you are? I can't come to your house. I can't, so,
unless you get off on that.
I wasn't hidden, though.
But
some people like that. Some people like that.
I'm not saying wrong with it. I was just saying that those are my things.
Because those are definitely factors.
Those are factors. Yeah. Those would be factors for me today. Now, I'm not saying what I might have, could have, or have done in the past, because the past is the past. We talking talking about where I'm at today in life. Today in life.
Welcome to 2023 Aquila Nouveau.
2023.
Come on.
Real grown woman. Done seen a whole lot of things happen, been through a whole lot of things. At this point, I'm straight. You know, like I have not come this far to be in an entanglement
situation.
Right.
But
And if I did decide to do it, it would be for a reason. You know, hey, if I got sick and I can't give you no coochie no more, go on and get it back.
Free plug for Jada because I felt away.
Yeah.
Entanglement. So Jada just launched a book called Worthy. I have a tattoo on my side that says Worthy.
Well.
And I watched Jada open this book and her family were the first people to see her book. And I'm just like, all right, Jada. All love, though, because truth be told, Worthy is one of those things I put on my body as a tattoo because I don't ever want to forget. I don't ever want to forget for whatever reason, whatever I go through in life, whatever dude or woman or friend or foe, or I always want to know somehow.
Have loyalty on me, and it's not necessarily, but I feel like I am a loyal woman when it comes to my mate, but I'm loyal to myself.
That's important.
I'm definitely loyal to myself, like. And that things you put on your body means a lot. So
listen, you be loyal to you and find the joy in whoever comes your way, whether they're married or not, and that is our word.
No more married men, by the way.
We're not looking for you married men, but the conversation has gotten deep. And please review the conversation. Check out Every TV Plus. We are Every Woman season 2.5. Check out the podcast. Keep rolling with us because we are what? Bigger and
better.
Y'all knew it. Peace.
I am every woman.